Is that a vest or a jacket?
Jacket.
Correct, that first half was obviously strong. I know you were relieved when you saw some shots go through. That one pull-up three, obviously in the third quarter, on a good note. What was the process to understand what you had to do in that third quarter, especially?
I just playing through adversity. I know what that means. Just playing through that and just trying to stay aggressive. And once I saw it for what it was, I just found rhythm.
What was the adversity?
I know what the adversity is.
I mean, is it both ends of the floor, or just playing through contact on one end while not getting the contact on the other end?
Playing through adversity.
I got you.
Well, in past years, it felt like when some of either you or Kawhi were out, sometimes took an adjustment period for the rest of the guys to figure out what their roles were that night. What have you seen this year? I know that you and Kawhi haven't missed a lot of games. It's not like it's been an all-the-time thing, but just because it's happened in the last couple of weeks and a little more often, like how quickly does it take you guys to really lock into who you are that night and kind of readjust and lock in?
How quickly?
Yeah. Like if Kawhi's out tonight, like for the Emirs, everyone
yeah, I think we know it's gonna take some time for Kawhi to get back into the adjustment or back into the lineup. So we going into it, we know what's at hand and what we got to do. So it's not something that's surprising coming into the game or something like that, or going into the shoot around. We got to hold it down for when he comes back, and then we pick up right where we all left off before he went down. But it's not that much of an adjustment. We professionals. We know we got to come out, hoop, play our game, and play Clipper basketball.
Do you take that as being concerning? Maybe he might be out for a little while longer, as you suggest, or is it just sort of like, are you guys hopeful?
We're hopeful. We're hopeful. He's looking good. He's looking better and better. But again, we know it's nothing serious. Like he's gonna get through it when his body is back to where it needs to be. But again, our job is to just continue going at the level we're going. We're playing great basketball in the month of December, and we must just keep picking it up and next man up mentality.
How do you guys keep that going? I know that's a very broad question, but you guys seemingly made such big strides in the last month. What's the most important, you think, to carry over from December to January?
I think we've done a great job of taking it one game at a time. We got to continue to do a good job of that approach. Every game's different. Every matchup's going to be different. We're changing coverages based off the matchups. So it's just being locked into the details going into the games. We've been doing that, and it's been working.
Tide said that before Thursday's practice that you guys have really only started to begin putting in more plays. Like when it comes to the offensive side of the ball, how much of the iceberg are we seeing of what you guys are doing offensively? Like how much is there still to show?
Yeah, there's a lot. There's a lot. We're still working to unlock everyone's true potential with this new big four group that we have. So there's still a lot that we're trying to unlock here. You've seen flashes of it on a nightly basis throughout very different variation of games. But it's still so much that we can do offensively that I think we're still trying to scratch the surface on. But I like where we're at. Like I said, we're learning and figuring out how to win. I think our defenses have been holding pretty strong, which has been making our offense a little easier to get comfortable and adjusted to. But once we start clicking on that end, it should be real scary.
Somebody's talked a lot about winning games while you guys are figuring it out. Obviously, you guys have been able to do that here in the month of December. How encouraging is that, knowing that you still have so much to go, but you guys are finding ways to win despite that?
Yeah, super encouraging. That's what you want, right? Get better as a group while winning. And so I think that's where we're at right now. And, everybody feels good about where we're at. So we talk about the process. We're enjoying the process.
What was You and James, I know you guys interact a lot on the court. Like I remember a play in the first half, session that didn't go so well. You guys were trying to, get on the same page there. Like, what's that process like in game?
It's easy.
Like, what do you guys talk about?
Yeah, I mean, it's easy. It's easy. It's co-workers figuring it out. Same with any job. He sees something, I see something. Let's talk about what we saw, and let's look for it on another possession or the next possession, or just constant communication. It's no different than any other job.
What was it like to get that bounce pass, that eye contact, and finish with that dunk? Like, it felt like that was something where maybe y'all talked about something like that opening up for you.
I mean, it was just reading the floor. I had a big on me, saw a ton of space, read the play, and James is a hell of a passer. Put it right on target.
You becoming a hell of a cutter.
I mean, I'm working on it.
on it.
I'm working on it. Trying to figure it out.
Anything different about the way James sees the game that is different from the way maybe you assumed it would be like playing with him?
I mean, playing against him year after year, that was as much as how good he was off the bounce with creating space, how good he was with drawing the defense in and creating 2-on-1 opportunities, and playing against him, he was so tough having three or four guys on the perimeter with Capella rolling. That was just tough. He was just a maestro in that, of just picking teams apart and picking you apart in that. So being on his side, it's definitely special watching it, just how good he is with playmaking. Appreciate it. Thank you, guys.
Let's get ready for HoopJab.